Welcome to another episode of the Four Compas Show. We have another jam-packed episode as we will look at championship weekend. We will look back at divisional round for a little bit. I know you guys got a lot of that yesterday, so we will get into that as well. Gilberto, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Fernando, but I feel like you're gonna go hunting with that hat, the camo hat, and then you got the big headphones for in
Oh
case
yeah,
the bullets are too loud for you.
exactly. Yeah. No,
Like,
yeah. It's a great hat, though. I like this hat. But no, I definitely appreciate everybody jumping on. JLM, thank you so much. Yeah, I always have fun jumping on the podcast with those guys. I do have a bad record. Whenever I jump on with them, the Chargers end up losing the next week. So that's why they had me
oh,
on today. But yeah. Can't believe we're like 3 games away from the season being over.
yeah, you mentioning that feels fast, but not really because it's been a long ass season for me. So yeah, I guess 3. And then you think about, and hey, shout out, we're gonna be going to the Super Bowl Burrito Roast. That's a long week coming ahead. And then you got the combine, you got the free agency. Like it feels like it never stops. But yeah, 3 games left.
Well, because the only true dead period is June till training camp.
Yeah, you got
Like that's the
from
only
middle June to late or middle July.
July. Well, this year was early July because Jim decided to have training camp starting on July 10th. But yeah, no, it's crazy to see the way it fluctuates and everything. But yeah, that's literally a month where there's like nothing going on.
Yeah,
But
but I think less games though. You know what's the cool thing about? I guess obviously I like football, but not having games on a Monday or Thursday has been better for me to like just live my life, and to like do more things for not related to work. And then now this week, no Saturday game either. So even better. Once a week football is actually kind of cool, Fernando. Or am I just complaining here about too much football?
I don't know because I think that content is good, and I think it gives us more to talk about.
All this
But
coaching
yes,
stuff gives us plenty, and there's only 3 games left.
no, but I'm talking about like during the season. During the
Yeah,
season, I mean, it is
the
a pain in
trade
the ass. Like,
deadline.
yeah, like there was like a period where I think the Chargers had a Sunday game against the Colts, and then you were right back there Thursday night against the Minnesota Vikings. So yeah, but that's why I say like it's good to have all that stuff out there. I love it, but yeah, I definitely interesting stuff going on right now. But all right, let us bring in the fellas and let's talk a little bit about everything going on in the sporting world. Obviously, first we will bring on Vic, the producer, and see how he's doing. He's wearing his OU sweater. Vic, how are you doing?
Doing good. It's my as fitness was saying, it's the start of my off season now, so starting to go on walks now that I have the time. So
There you
yeah,
go.
Hey,
I'm with fitness there.
I was gonna say since now that it's sort of the off season or regular season's over, I got to watch a show on HBO called Task with what's the Hulk's name? Ruffalo. What's the guy's
Yeah,
name?
Mark
Mark
Ruffalo.
Ruffalo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard it's
I
really good.
highly recommend it. Very good. I was
Yeah,
locked
the
in for
pit is
2
back
days
too.
watching that. What was that?
The pit is back too. Are you watching
I
that?
have
That's
I have not
also
seen that. I don't like hospital shows. Have never been my thing, but I keep hearing good things about it.
yeah. And then the new Night of the Seven Kingdoms is out. I've heard great things of. Oh, well, I saw the
Oh,
first episode already.
okay. Yes, I've been
I don't
seeing the
know
trailers,
any
but
of the
it's
shows
not
that you
fun.
just talked about. The one I've been,
This
the
is
one
on
I've been seeing.
HBO, by
Oh,
the way.
oh, but the
Oh,
housemaid, you know about, you know that
Yeah,
one.
hey,
or
his
or
and
the
hers. I
appearance
heard is
from that
really good.
woman you mentioned yesterday. I've never heard of about.
Oh, his and hers supposedly is really good on Netflix.
Ah,
I
I've been
started it and
wanting.
then I like stopped. So, but I
Okay.
definitely want to watch it. But all right, without further ado, this individual is not going to be happy that to speak his truth. He's not going to be happy that you made him wait. But
sorry.
we're bringing on the 2-time Pick'ems Challenge champion of the world, Dan and Dago.
Oh yeah, baby! Back to back. By the way, Fitness has me in stitches over here. Maybe I'll get intimate with my wife too. My goodness! And what kind of question is this, Flores? Does Dan have his joggers ready? Frown, can you tell him what I wear 95% of the time?
You are a coach, though.
Exactly.
Flores, let me just let you know, like, he has some for Christmas. He has some for events. He has joggers for everything. This guy lives in sweatpants. He loves sweatpants.
But how tight are they? Are they McVay,
No.
Shanahan?
How can I say
McDaniel?
this politely?
Are you with the kids and wearing the baggy sweatpants?
No,
He
they're
sounded like
naturally, they're naturally
Vic
baggy
sounded
because I
like-
get 2X.
Vic sounded like the cheese-eating bastard right there, Beggy.
Oh, yeah, baggy. But
Baggy.
no,
That's how the cheese-eating
PSG,
bastard
I
does
would
it.
never try yoga pants for men. They might be comfortable, but I am not doing that. I do not need to showcase my third leg like that. What are we doing? I hope that's not real. But yeah, no, I don't get the tight ones because, again, I'm a straight male, so I think that's kind of weird.
Oh my God.
Whatever. I don't wear it up to my calves. In case people are wondering, I don't like to show my ankles. So
No socks?
no. What? What about socks? What are you talking about?
No socks?
Do you wear the old man white socks?
Old men white socks? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like the ankle socks? No, I wear normal.
Don't
No, I
put
wear
that
normal.
grandpa-
Oh, no. I hate those tall ones. No, I
Yeah.
wear ankle socks. I wear
Like
ankle
the
socks.
Cholo style?
No, sorry. I'm not a
Picture
part of
the
that group
70s?
either. I can't do it. So, no, I'm not a fan of that. I just wear normal ankle socks. I don't know why guys are into this. And, well, I mean, not to go down this rabbit hole, but guys are into this
rabbit
like
holes.
invisible sock type thing. And it's like, can we just be men again? Like, that's just my question. Like, what are we
Okay.
doing?
Well,
What are we doing?
Dan, because I'm not sure if I can share this information, but say you were to coach a basketball game, would you wear a suit or would you wear the joggers? What would you
Oh, the
wear?
joggers, baby, all day, every day.
Would you throw a chair? How would you be?
Dude, you know what's funny? So before, by the way, I what's it called? I started coaching basketball. Just as FYI, I hate the sport even more, but it is what it is. We do it for the children. We do it for the children.
I have videos.
I was telling you, we don't need to show them. I was telling the coach I'm with, because he works also at the school at an undisclosed location that I will not mention, but he's really cool and he actually knows basketball. I told him, I was like, bro, if you need to tell the ref something, you tell me and I'll get kicked out gladly. Like, don't worry about it. I was like, I will be the Bobby Knight and I'll just throw something across this bitch. I was like, you just let me know and I'll do it. And he just started laughing. He's like, no, like, I'm mellowed out, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, yeah, me too. I'm just kidding. Like, we're just shooting.
Is it common to get kicked out of a middle school, high school, or whatever middle school basketball game?
No, but I was just saying it for shits and giggles.
He was just saying it because of Bobby Knight.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bobby Knight.
I would like to see that.
By the way, shout out to Indiana. That was a good game. By the way, I love how the networks went all Miami except Pat. We went all Indiana, and look who was the genius at the end of the day. No big deal. Now we just need to know what Eric went. This is on Sunday, by the way, is the Eric D. Williams Bowl. Who will win his affection? Who will come out on top?
On House of Horns, actually.
Should. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
You can ask us, and can you move?
Oh, you got Lobo in there?
Yeah.
Oh. There's the baby.
You can ask Dan to text Eric, and Dan can see if he can get Eric on your show. I mean, that's the way things
or
work.
do we have to ask him to put on a tie and
You should, the scumbag. I forgot what rinky-dink show he went on that he was wearing all tied up in a polo or I don't know what else. I was like, what are we doing? All we get is him in his pajamas over here. What are we talking about?
Joggers.
By the way, he will not be going up this week up to Rams. I was like, oh, you don't want to go? I was like, "You're not going to go up to Rams this week?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I'm gonna chill down here." I was like, "McVay won't be happy."
Exactly. He's rooting.
But is he going to the
ESG.
game though?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to the game.
that's probably why. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's probably going. Well, he was
ESG's
just
been
there.
on,
He was just there.
ESG's been on fire with some of these takes. The average age for Indiana players was 23 years old. They should eliminate universities and make it semi-pro. I said that once they did NIL. So I mean, who knows what they're going to do with that? I mean, but anyway, we're not college.
All right. Let us Gilbert. Jeff Heffley is named the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Any reaction to that?
What's your national media group chat saying? They like it or they don't?
Well, you know how it is when every coaching hire that comes about is like, oh, that was a great hire, excellent hire. This guy has been da 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 da. Like,
just wait till the Browns make their hire, and let's see if that's the truth.
Even then, they're gonna find a spin. Like for whatever reason, that I cannot wait for the day where some reporter or inside NFL reporter is like, you know what, this was a horrible hiring here for whichever team did this, but we're never gonna get that. It's always agent filler and saying say this and say that. Even coaches will get fired. But the Hafley one, one is kind of hard to, I don't know, because I don't like whenever they hire a GM, like say for like in this situation from Green Bay, and they're like, well, that guy worked with that guy, so he's gonna go hire that guy. And it's like sometimes it's too easy and think outside the box. But honestly, from those reporters who like to kind of give us PR spins, the last 2 years, Hafley has gotten a lot of high praise for what he's done there. So it's maybe not surprising that he got a head coaching job. Sometimes the praise is legit, and and not even just the word of mouth stuff. It's like he took that Packers defense that was pretty bad when he got there, or like it was actually holding back LaFleur, and then it's kind of been the other way around lately, which is a little ironic. But they got him from Boston College, right? He was a head coach, and when you have a head coaching job, it's hard to give that up when you go take it for a coordinator job. And obviously, maybe he wanted to be in the NFL, and he took it, and did great with Xavier McKinney being the signing there 2 years ago. And then this year, like obviously it's easy to plug in Micah Parsons, but when you have a player of his caliber, you got to see the scheme come to life and everything he wanted to do. So to take that game to the next level was great. All these first round picks that were there before he got there were not playing that well. He gets there. Obviously, Parsons has a big say in that, but everything just got better. So to me, I think the Dolphins are in good hands, but also, what can you do offensively? Who's your quarterback? Who's going to be your OC? Like, you can't just bring in Matt LaFleur with you, or maybe bring in Mike LaFleur. I don't know. But to me, there's a lot of question marks, but I do like it on the surface.
I thought that they went the smart route. They didn't go with the flashy Miami signing. They went with, it seems like a guy that obviously has paid his dues and he's worked his way up the ladder. So I'm interested to see what he can do with that Miami defense and what he's going to be able to do with that team. But they seem like they zeroed in on him quickly. Obviously, like you said, it's the Packers, former VP of the Packers. He's now in there. So we'll see how all that goes. But I thought they were going to go with the splashy, big signing, bring in some flashy name. And no, they decided – I mean, they did it last time with Mike McDaniel, but here they kind of went the other route, and we'll see how it pays off. Dan,
I was going to tell you, by the way, I think the only time that I remember in recent memory where they kind of shit on a hire was Sirianni or Campbell, both of them. But, like, it's funny to me because, again, like, no offense, I'm not trying to, take shots, but that's how you can tell some of these people either just don't understand football as a team sport or locker room or leadership or whatever. Because, like, I remember they mocked Dan Campbell for the kneecaps and all this other stuff. But, like, you see the way he talks to his team, and you could tell, like, those guys are in. You know what I mean? Like, even, to a degree, Sirianni, it's no joke. I mean, it's not easy doing all that stuff, I think this year they were just held back because of, Jalen didn't play great. I think the OC was a problem. So, but again, he's another guy that, the only problem I've ever seen with him and another player is just A.J. Brown. So, it's just funny, again, who they pick as their favorites and all that. So,
Vic, any thoughts on this?
Yeah, in terms of Hafley, it's good that he went there, and as you guys said, I think part of it too of what you guys were talking about in terms of why there isn't a lot of criticism with some of these hires is because a lot of the agents are buddies with the insiders, and usually when they do hate on a hire, it's when that person who they thought was one of their people was going to get the job didn't get it, like in Sirianni's case or even in Dan Campbell's case. So it's all about favoritism and
Oh, yeah.
trying to get a scoop out of it. And then in terms of Halfley, like Fernando said, I mean, he went to Boston College. He was a coach there. He saw what the NIL situation was like, and he's like, I don't want to do this here. So he went in and he paid his dues as a defensive coordinator, and now he gets to run his own team with the Dolphins. So I mean, I like that way as opposed to just having someone on a staff and just giving it to him. So I'm with Halfley.
Speaking of retrend,
I was gonna say, and then we can move on. His first move better be, how can I get to his contract off the books? Like, I would rather just blow that whole thing up and figure it out especially because supposedly not this draft class, but the next quarterback draft class is going to be good. So I mean, why not have a high draft pick with it? So.
Speaking of retrends, obviously after the national championship, which I'm sure it was designated as that, let's just wait a little bit after the national championship game. Breaking news, Robert Saleh ends up signing with the Tennessee Titans as their head coach, which is funny because obviously Matt Nagy, supposedly the Chiefs are going to hire Eric Bieniemy as their offensive coordinator because they're thinking Matt Nagy's going to get one of these jobs. But this was the job that everybody thought Matt Nagy was going to get, and it ends up going to Robert Saleh. Gilbert, thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think initially I thought, oh, look at the Titans trying to correct the mistake of firing Mike Vrabel. And it's very similar, defensive-minded coach who has a lot of energy, but also tough, and he knows the right balance for how to bring out the best in players without pushing them too far. Like, sometimes when you're an asshole, you create like a rift in the locker room. But I feel like Saleh is so likable, but he's not a people pleaser. So from that standpoint, yeah, there's a lot of Mike Vrabel qualities, and I get it. And then like if you're trying to chase that wrong and make it right, you're gonna be in a cycle of a bunch of mistakes and errors. But the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I like it. One, he had a coach with the Jets, and the Jets are just a dumpster fire. Shout out to Beto Duran there. I see him in the comments there.
Shout out.
Saying compas there. But he has a nice suit on there with the pink tie there. We gotta get some suits on, Dan. Robert Saleh, who doesn't wear suits, he has the joggers and the tight shirts and the muscles. I think for him, it's like having that experience of being a head coach, but also like having an opportunity. I think he went into the meetings and said, you know what? This is why I went wrong. Blame the Jets, blame the Jets, blame the Jets. And then eventually it was like, you know what? I think this guy wasn't the problem here. And then he got the job. And also, like, if you look at the offensive side too, I think having a big list of contacts from the Shanahan tree is probably helped him get the job. Like, he's probably like, hey, I'm buddies with Mike McDaniel. I'll get him on FaceTime right now. I'm buddies with Mike LaFleur down there with the Rams, you want a Kubiak brother? There's one over there in San Francisco. There's a bunch of those brothers out there, which I had no idea there's that many Kubiak brothers. But you bring one of those guys to work with Cam Ward, check off that box there. The Jets defense went down the shitter after he left. He could definitely build defenses. He helped the 49ers twice now build the defense. And obviously they weren't that great this year because there was so much inexperience. But when there was Warner and Bosa there, kind of pushing the keys, they were still pretty good. So defense, offense, and then the experience factor. I don't know if this guy could coach in tight games or make, good decisions in tight games. That was his biggest blunder there. And then one more. I worry about the development of Cam Moore because he couldn't get anything with Zach Wilson. But maybe that's one of those things where you blame the Jets that had to force him to start. And then the second that Aaron Rodgers came was like, all right, Saleh, you got no say here. Go bring in Nathaniel Hackett. And then it kind of just went down the tube. But I gave you a lot of good, a lot of bad there. But I think I'm coming around and liking this hire. Like, I won't give it like a total A or 10 out of 10, but there's some positives there.
Dan, do you have any thoughts?
I was going to say, again, I think he's a good coach. ESG's on fire here. I'm just wondering what's going to happen offensively because I didn't watch a lot of Tennessee games, obviously, but I'm not a big Cam Ward guy. I think that team's going to have a lot of holes. It's going to need a lot. And again, I just think it's so silly that they're doing this a year late because what they should have done is fire this guy last year, have a new head coach in, and he can pick the quarterback. Like, it's so stupid the way teams do this left and right because what's going to happen if halfway through the year, all of a sudden Bob is like, yeah, no, this Cam Ward guy's not my dude. So we need to figure something out here. That's going to be a problem. That'll be a big problem because I think he was a number 1 overall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be a big problem that he would have on his hands. So, kind of similar to what someone like with your boys over there with the Colts and Anthony Richardson. They had to go get poor Phillip Rivers out of his Alabama castle down there to come out and play. So, that's the only thing that I would be on the watch for. So,
Vic,
Alabama castle. I like that one.
Yeah.
This one, I like I said, I do like it. I think he's learned from it. The fact that Cam Ward's already in place, I think helps him. He knows what he needs to go and get. And like Gilbert said, I mean, I think he was spot on with everything. And my biggest thing is the fact that he's a guy that can develop defense, and that's what you want. You look at what the Jets, when he was there, they were the number 1 defense. Since he's gone, they've been the worst defense. And so
Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner, and he developed those guys. Once he left, those guys were not as good. I'm not gonna say they were worthless, but they weren't as good. And so that just tells you that he knows how to coach them up. And with the 49ers, he had a lot of young guys, and he was able to develop a lot of those guys. Yeah, they didn't turn into a great defense right away, but when you lose Warner and Bosa, how much can you improve? So I like the hire. Now, I guess the biggest thing, as we said, who do you go hire as the OC? That's the next big thing. That takes you from, like, I'm guessing Gilbert has it as a C grade all the way to an A, or it goes down depending on who you hired as the OC.
Yeah. Fighting with a dog over there?
Yeah, he's freaking getting at my cable and shit. Get out of here. Go over there.
You got peanut butter down there or what?
Oh my goodness! What about weirdo freak shit are you into?
What? I don't know what Fernando's into.
Oh my goodness!
He's under the desk.
That's terrible.
You're fuck.
You don't need peanut butter on the table?
No, I'm not gonna put. That's weird shit.
Don't even acknowledge that. Don't even acknowledge that. I'm trying to hand you a hand grenade over here.
No,
don't even take
talk
it.
About bestiality. I'm not into bestiality. He might be. I'm not. But I like the Robert Saleh move. I just think that, like Dan was saying, a year too late. You could have chosen somebody to come in with your quarterback, help develop the quarterback. He's going to have to nail the quarterback coach. He's going to have to nail the OC. If not, what has this all been for? I do agree that I think he's learned a lot. So I think that defense is going to be good. Jeffrey Simmons seemed very excited about it when he tweeted it out. So definitely some interesting stuff. Last bit of news. Last bit of news. Mike McDaniel was meeting with the Chargers today, and he withdrew his consideration from the Browns head coach. The Chargers haven't announced that they've met with him. They did meet with him. There was pictures taken at a hotel in Manhattan Beach where you can see John Spanos, Mike McDaniel, and Jim Harbaugh.
I'm so glad John's on the fucking case, dude. Like, wow. Just so dumb.
They all three of them are together, and you could see them talking on a balcony or something. And the Chargers haven't announced that they've already completed the interview. He's already said no to the Browns. They don't know if he has other meetings or whatever, but I don't know, Gilbert. I don't know what you think about this. It usually is a pretty good move for a team if they cancel and he says no, I'm gonna wait it out. What are you thinking here, Gilbert?
Yeah, for the Chargers' chances of getting Mike McDaniel, I think it's a strong move that he's still taking this meeting. He knows his good friend Robert Saleh took the Titans job, and like I bet you he called them and he's like, "Hey man, I got this job here. What do you think about joining me?" And he probably said, "You know what? Give me some time. Let me figure it out. I got to take this interview first. I want to complete them." I think that tells me that he's just kind of trying to see what his options are. I don't think the head coaching route is going to work here. He also, removed himself from the Browns situation, which is probably smart there. There's really not much going on there right now. I know they had a good draft class, but you don't have a quarterback. And I would say this: I think it's probably between the Buccaneers are probably the favorite, and then that Titans job, and I think the Chargers are probably in top three because you have Justin Herbert. You just don't know what to expect from working with Harbaugh. Obviously, he knows that he's a decorated coach, but like, are you going to clash? Are you guys going to be able to kind of have a back and forth, discussion about how the offense is going to be run? So I think they're top three, but what I've read, I think it was from Albert Breer. I think he mentioned that the Buccaneers might be willing, which would be kind of weird to say, to make him the waiting in the wings coach for Todd Bowles, which would require firing Todd Bowles, and then you bring in Mike McDaniel to kind of hover over Todd Bowles. It's a little weird, but you do have a lot of pieces there with wide receivers and Baker Mayfield. Like, you could easily make yourself look good in Tampa Bay. So I think they're number one. But I think the Chargers are top three. And I will say this, Fernando, if the backup plan is Arthur Smith, I don't think I like that. Like, it's going to be kind of same old Jim Harbaugh style, which maybe that's what he wants. And that's okay. Run the football, be physical. He's had a lot of success as an OC, not as a head coach, obviously, but his running games do deliver. I was impressed how he made Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell like that productive, which you had to when you have Aaron Rodgers having, slow passes or dump offs. But I don't know how inspired I would be if Arthur Smith's the hiring there.
I think Brian Dable is like, they just met with him a day ago too. I think he would be he has to be the next one in line. I think his style would fit what he does. They still haven't interviewed any of the young guys from the Rams or the Davis Webb. So until next week. So, and I mean, but I think if they get these guys, like if they get him today, then I'm sure they're like, oh, F it. Like, let's go ahead and let's get that out of the way. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting. It just kind of seems like, remember Jim had an interview set up with Atlanta, and I can't remember who else, and he canceled both of those meetings, and then he ended up signing with these guys. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Vic and Dan, I'll get your thoughts. Hey, at Radio Row, remember how much they charge for the Ethernet cable or no?
Like,
do you remember that? Okay. I was just asked, so I'm gonna respond. Okay, cool.
It was pretty hard.
Dan, your thoughts?
I'm glad the pressing news. I think this is a good move for him.
It's our good friend.
Oh, I'm wondering who that is now, but I think it's a good move. Like, again, I know we kind of go back and forth about this. I get there's only 32 of 32. But to me, the Browns as a franchise, I would avoid like the plague. Like, that if you want to have sustained success, I don't think that's the place to do it. Because clearly they won't get rid of their GM who's made bad decision after bad decision. And then who ends up paying for it is the head coach. So, I think this is a smart move for him. I would go be the offensive coordinator somewhere. The only reason I would be hesitant to go to the Tennessee is just because Cam Ward is he's so raw. He hasn't really that's going to be a lot of heavy lifting. I don't think that's going to be an easy plug and play. So, so I'm with you in the sense of I think Tampa would be more attractive. I think the Chargers would be more attractive because you kind of already know what you're getting in these quarterbacks. The other thing I would say,
I think Tennessee would take him a little bit longer. No, I was just going off of what Gilbert said.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
I think Tennessee's going to take him a little bit. Like, you want to go somewhere where you're already going to be maybe a one and done.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Tennessee's going to be a one and done. I think he's going to have to last a while.
That's a project. And
go ahead, Dan.
And that's the thing. It's like, again, if I was gunning for a head coaching spot in the NFL, I would try and pick my, spot as best I can. Again, the only job openings that I think would be good for, and I don't even know if he's being considered, is like the Steelers, the Ravens. I don't know who else is open. But again, I think this is a good move. I would avoid this team because, again, they've had as many probably head coaches in a span as they've had quarterbacks. So I think it's a good move for them. Obviously, I would love them to have them in LA. But if not, we'll end up seeing. So,
Vic,
No, I'll be quick here. It's either if you're McDaniel, the OC jobs that you want, it's either the Chargers or the Buccaneers.
yeah.
The Buccaneers already went and got one of the best special teams guy. They took the guy that was with the Steelers. So I mean, they're going all in on their coaching staff there. And then to answer a couple questions here from Brian Smith, he says San Francisco now gets 2 more third-round picks for Saleh. They don't. You have to be an offensive coordinator or a coordinator for more than 2 years so you can get a third-round pick. He was only there for 1 year, so
That's crazy.
you have to be there for 2 years. And I know there's that.
Sucks.
And then the other one was, does Kubiak get one of the head coaching jobs? My answer would be yes. I think a couple of teams are waiting for him.
The Raiders?
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt that.
No, well, that's the one that he keeps on getting linked to is the Raiders gig.
Oh, really? Which that whole thing is going to be so fascinating to watch this offseason. See the GOAT himself in the building in his Raider gear, which is so weird to see, but I mean, whatever.
He looks like Al Davis. He looks like a younger Al Davis.
I think that's what he's trying to go for, but we'll see. But it's going to be exciting. I mean, the offseason is always exciting to see all these moves. All right, stop casting spells.
No. All right. Let us now move on to our takeaways from the weekend. Shoot, where am I? Okay, here we go. Vic, why don't you go?
I'll keep it short and sweet here. I'm kind of surprised that a lot of these teams are actually hiring defensive-minded coaches, and not because what we've seen from the defense is just. For a long time, we've been told that, hey, you want to attach your quarterback to an offensive coordinator. And so I'm just really surprised to see guys like Robert Saleh get a second chance, even Jeff Hafley get the job. I think we're going to see a lot more defensive guys going in this cycle. And I'm kind of happy about it. Brian Flores, some of the other guys. But I'm just surprised because I just didn't think that the owners would be this willing to hire defensive coaches just with the trend that we've seen from, making sure you hire an offensive coordinator type of guy.
They're all followers, Vic. They see Mike McDonald. They're like, you know what? We want that. And now I'm going to start paying attention. So that's the crappy teams just follow. But I'm not saying it's going to be a bad thing for these defensive coaches, but it's the way it is.
Well, I think it's a good move because I would almost prefer a defensive guy because in that way, the guy's telling him, hey, this is basically the scouting report on you. This is how I'd attack you. It gives him a better understanding of not just offensive play, but understanding what the defense is going to try and take away from him. So, I always think it's a good move. I don't think it's, it's either way. It's like you say, it's funny what Gilberto said. They're all followers, and it's true. That's why there's a thing in soccer called poverty franchises, and that's why they stay that way because when you have no core values, you're just kind of blowing whichever way the wind takes you. So, and it's not like the fun.
Gilbert, why don't you give us yours?
Yes, to speak about a non-follower, I like reading Connor Orr's stories because he's pretty out there, and I appreciate.
We need to get him on
in
Radio Row. Sorry.
I definitely gotta get him on in Santa Clara, but. One thing that he wrote, and you definitely got to check out all his coaching columns because he's pretty connected with all the hirings and the shuffling going on this time of year. He didn't report this, but he just said it would be an idea that he's not going to rule out. But he said that the Bills might consider trading for an established coach to come coach Josh Allen. And he mentioned guys like Kevin O'Connell. I think you guys told me that Eric Williams mentioned that he could be a guy who could be on the move, and that could be one way. He mentioned Shane Steichen maybe going after him.
Oh, all you got to do is wait one more year. That guy will get shit canned pretty soon.
Well, that's where I'm going. And then Dave Canales was another one that he mentioned. Again, he's not reporting. He's just kind of thinking out loud. And then I started thinking out loud here a step further. Why don't teams consider not the other way around, where the team is saying, I have a promising coach. You want him? Come get him. It's always the team saying, hey, would you think about this? Would you be willing to do it? We'll give you a first round pick. And you have to really kind of force them to think that way. But why can't coaches just consider that? Like an example perfectly with Kevin Stefanski, who's fighting with Baker Mayfield right now. If a team went to Cleveland 2 years ago and said, we'll give you a first round pick for Stefanski, you wouldn't do it. And if you're Cleveland, why wouldn't you not take a first round pick for Stefanski? And then 2 years later, he's fired. Or even last year when everybody's calling him the QB whisperer, you could have got a second round pick for him. But no, you don't do anything. You just fire the guy and he walks and he goes to Atlanta. Brian Dable, perfect example. When he won Coach of the Year with the Giants in 2022, his stock was this high. He took Daniel Jones to the playoffs. And even the year after, it was like, well, Daniel Jones was the wrong guy. Brian Dable still the offensive guru. His stock was still pretty high. Why not trade the guy in that moment and you get a first round pick? But no, you hold on 2 more years, 2 more losing seasons, and nobody wants this guy anymore. So it just got me, like I said, Kevin O'Connell is in a perfect example he will get you a first round pick. But where is Minnesota going with JJ McCarthy? Is Minnesota ever going to be in a position to go far in the playoffs? I like their defense, but you might lose Brian Flores. So what if you get a first round pick from for O'Connell from Buffalo, and then you promote Brian Flores to be your head coach? And like, wouldn't they still be in the same position that they're in right now? But now you have a first round pick. Kevin O'Connell has not won a playoff game in 4 years, but his reputation and his stock is so high that you could get value. I would not be surprised if he gets fired in a year from now or 2 years from now because things just change so quickly. So I want to see more teams say, you know what? I got Dave Canales here. We suck still. That guy is good. We're 4 years away. Do you want him right now? We'll let you have him. Like it would be kind of a wild thing. And it's like the more thing about it, it's not the same comparison, but players are traded all the time in their prime because the team is not going to win anytime soon. Why can't we do that with coaches too?
Yeah.
He said it was the clash between the GM and Kevin O'Connell. But yeah, go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, I'm smiling over here because I have 2 things. Like I thought about this, what was it, a month ago when we asked Eric Williams about someone trading for a coach. And it's funny that Connor Orr wrote about it. And then I was watching Colin Cowherd yesterday during my lunch hour. And Albert Breer just pretty much took his idea, didn't even give him credit for it. And so I'm glad you are, because he just brought it up and said, yeah, like, why not call up other coaches and just ask them to trade? And at no point did he give Connor Orr credit for that. But at least you're doing it. So kudos to you.
Right. I thought that was a great idea. Cannot just
it is. It is. And I thought about it about a month ago when I brought it up because and I think I kind of I got Eric he was a bit stunned with the question, but then at the same time he gave me a great name in terms of like somebody who might get fired was Kevin O'Connell. So yeah, you got to think outside the box too. So I like that from Connor Orr.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially because if you're Buffalo, you want this guy to be here for the rest of Josh Allen's career. And if it's Kevin O'Connell, I mean, he quite possibly could be, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah. Dan, why don't you go with yours?
All right. Oh, like I said earlier, so I won't spend too much time. Mike McDaniel, I would take a year off, go be an offensive coordinator with one of the established quarterbacks like we talked about, Bucks, Chargers, unless, Baltimore comes up, the Steelers, it's still a historic franchise. I'd at least think about it. Unless it's one of those franchises, I would not jump into bed so quickly. I think Arizona is going to be a problem. I think the Browns
are going to
be a problem.
Sean McDermott might go to.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a problem. What other jobs are open? Those two are
Baltimore,
Baltimore.
Raiders have some upside,
Bills.
I guess. Oh yeah, the Bills. Oh, the Bills. If he could get that, I mean, why not? But again, if it's not any of the franchises that are kind of ready to go, I would not take the job.
It sounds like the Bills barely today got together and started discussing candidates. Because it sounds like they didn't have a plan together for any of it.
Of course they didn't.
That's the way they made it sound like they didn't have a plan together. But
of course they did.
I will go next. Well, I'm the last one. I wonder what Tom Brady thought of Fernando Mendoza last night. I would love to know if he thought, yeah, slam dunk, that's my pick. Because Dr. Florio again is coming out and saying that that the Raiders are preparing a package for Lamar Jackson and that they want Lamar and that's
that
could
would
be their
really?
guy.
that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Do it.
Wow.
Bring him.
It's like the second time he's mentioned it that he keeps on hearing that they don't know if the Raiders are sold, but that they keep on hearing that Lamar could get packaged up, and it's like
Geno Smith 2.0 all over again.
I know.
So you lose Lamar and you lose John Harbaugh, so neither one of them won their little feud if they actually had one.
I just don't get why you wouldn't want a quarterback on a rookie deal. Like, I know you got to coach him up. He's going to make mistakes, but you could fill out a team. What's their salary cap?
Russell curse that they're afraid of since 2007.
I think that Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, but you can't live in the past. You can't live in the past.
They haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round.
I know.
I know
the Raider fans, just like the Cowboys and the Niners, like to live in the past. But
God,
you can't do it.
Was here.
I know that bastard always does that.
For bad mistakes, living in the past for bad mistakes.
You can't take counsel from your ghost, dude. Like, you got to say, F it and let it roll. Like, seriously, I'm so glad Eric's not on because I'm just gonna kill myself after I say this. But look at the Rams, dude. Like, they wheeled and dealed like no one's business. Like, everyone thought they were mortgaging the future. They weren't gonna be shit. And look, they're back in it because they knew how to adjust and keep going.
They're not a sheep. They're not a sheep team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the problem is now though, are you going to trust Brady's vision if he's the one calling the shots? Are you going to trust John Spytek? Did you hire the right people? Because it's not easy to be a Les Snead and Sean McVay, and it's not easy to be the guy up in Seattle.
2 compliments for the Rams.
I know. The guy up in Seattle, I forget his name. He's always done a good job. I know.
John Schneider.
Yeah, Schneider, yeah.
Eric. He likes Eric.
He was very nice to me. That's what I always hear. So it's not easy being those type of guys, right? But, it's not easy being Howie Roseman. But, I think you have to have calculated risks that you take. And in my opinion, I would rather take a quarterback on a rookie deal and try and fill out this team before I would try and go get Lamar Jackson or one of these guys, especially because, there's been a lot of reports that are unfavorable to Lamar Jackson. So, when they were talking a while ago about trying to shop Kyler Murray and get him, I said nothing would make me happier. That guy won't even know what we're running come Sunday. He's just on the sticks the whole time, addicted to it. So, again, I would rather start new, maybe sign a vet to be his backup who you could trust, AOC or whoever of the world. I don't know. But yeah, I would try and start anew and start fresh. Like, build a team. Don't worry about getting one guy. So,
okay, that's but I'd love to just see what Brady thought of Mendoza, just because I'm interested to see.
Is he ever obligated to speak? By the way, as a minority owner of the Raiders, is he forced to speak on behalf of the Raiders at any point, or no?
I believe
not even the owners.
Could have all Raider questions for Tom Brady.
Not even the owners are.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, a lot of them do it, but obviously Dean Spanos doesn't. Kroenke doesn't. Like, you see Jerry Jones do it.
That guy's that's that guy's cocaine, dude. I'm surprised Brady being such a media whore, he hasn't done it yet, but I guess
Gilbert, you remember we used to always complain that Dean never used to talk to us. Like, he would talk to you during training camp, like individually and stuff, but
can I ask you guys, did Spanos or any of the other guys talk during the owners' meetings? Because that's the only time I remember seeing any. Nope, not even then. Like, because I see what's his name.
On the record.
Okay.
There's like 10 of them that like to talk.
Either way,
John Mara likes to talk.
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
Stephen Ross sometimes. Yeah.
Who's that guy again? Who's Stephen Ross? Who's he with?
The Dolphins.
Oh, God. He has nothing to say either. He's got a bunch of nincompoops over there.
He's been hiding actually lately. He used to talk a lot.
He has to. You signed, a half brain dead, allegedly, quarterback $50 whatever million. Like, you're an idiot.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know that he didn't live in Miami.
Where does he
Stephen
live?
Ross.
Is it
Most of
England,
them
I think,
don't
right?
live where they.
Yeah, they
I'd
said
say
that
Mark
he lives.
Davis is probably the only one, right? And Spanos.
Yeah. No, like they said that Stephen Ross lives somewhere else.
That's
I don't remember
crazy.
where,
They
but
got
that
way
he
too
lives
much
somewhere
money
else.
That's
to
weird.
live.
I know that's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
But don't worry. You know where
Woody
Carly
Johnson-
Ursay Gordon lives?
Mm.
She lives in the building getting shit done.
Mhm.
So
She likes
I
to
don't want to
talk.
hear any of
I saw her
that.
press.
She likes
Oh
talking.
God, it was
I was-
bad though. She shouldn't have done that
yeah.
press conference.
I was thinking about watching the dumpster fire, but I'm like, no, because I'm just gonna piss myself off for free.
Her dad spoke a lot, so she's trying to follow in his
Yeah, but that
footsteps,
was
I guess,
more.
or
That was
footsteps.
more
Spoke too
him.
much.
That was more him stumbling in front of a camera, not sober, and letting it rip. So.
Yeah,
on
that's
every
true.
owner right now.
R.I.P. No. Hey, you're lucky we didn't start this when Dan Snyder was around. That would have been some easy material right there.
Oh my God.
That would have been easy.
By the that's so bad.
What?
By the way, shout out to ESPN last night for their great camera work and the people that they showed in the crowd.
I
Really
saw a bunch of videos on this.
The
really
memes were
appreciate
hilarious.
them. Yeah, shouting
I
it out.
caught it for half a second. I was like, wow.
God bless. Hey, real shit though. On the next play, Miami scored. They showed her.
Wow.
Miami scored on the very next
Yeah,
play.
I almost
so-
sent you guys a video of some. He's like, his pops was watching the game, and he's like, "Wait, she's got on way too much clothes."
I'm surprised
like,
she didn't.
Pops, how do you know who she is? And he's like, "Oh, I've been
Everybody
on
knows.
the internet."
She's trying to be a sports agent. Gilbert, that'd be a good one to get on the show. If
Dude, are you
if she
kidding
becomes a
me?
sports
It'd be
agent.
too easy for her to
You're
get
right.
all the clients. She would corner them.
Okay.
Like, just look
All
at her
right.
body of work.
No. All right. All right. Let us go now to the.
I said she's good at her
championship
job.
round.
I didn't say anything.
Which job?
Let's go to the
Yeah, that's
championship
true.
round. The championship round. Patriots, Broncos. It is Jarrett Stidham versus God, what the hell? Drake May. What?
Yes. That's hilarious.
Oh
she had
my
more
God.
highlights
All
than
right.
back.
Gilbert, what are the numbers saying about Patriots, Broncos?
Yeah, the Broncos don't have a chance in hell with Jarrett Stidham. That's what they're saying. Yeah, this 5.5, I think, is a lot of points here at home. Mile High, still a tough place to go win. That's still a good defense. I will definitely take the points. I don't give a crap that Stidham. Like the thing that's funny to me is like people crap on Bo Nix and then like, yeah, the Broncos are frauds because Bo Nix is there. And the second that he's gone, it's like, oh, they're horrible. They have no chance with to beat the Patriots. I'm like, so which one is it? Like, is there like a middle tier where he's like an okay quarterback and he matters that much? Like, if he's an okay quarterback, I think Stidham is not that far behind either. And I know with Jarrett Stidham, people like to talk about that game with the Raiders against the 49ers. That was 3 years ago now. He had a couple starts when they gave up on Russell Wilson because Sean Payton couldn't take it anymore. He wasn't that good in those starts with Denver, but he's been on in the scheme with the offense for 3 years in a row now. You don't have to be a superstar; just be a game manager for that defense. Feed off the crowd. Like it's going to be a tight game. I really feel it's going to be a close game. Young Patriots team going on the road for the first time. And honestly, I'll just make my pick. I'll take the Broncos to get the upset here. I like the points a lot. I don't feel good about the victory, but F it.
You're taking them in both?
What was that?
You're taking them in both, like the game and the points?
Yeah. Points, and I'm taking them outright victory here.
That's crazy. Could you imagine that?
You really want a shit Super Bowl, don't you?
I don't, but I'm not gonna pick
Jarrett Stidham versus, and you're gonna pick the Seahawks. You're gonna piss me off, and you're gonna give me Sam Darnold versus Jarrett Stidham.
All right. Put it this way, Fernando. You get 2 weeks of what if Tom Brady comes back? What if Phillip Rivers comes back? What if Colin Kaepernick comes back? You get 2 weeks of that.
Oh God. That guy's not coming back.
Cam
I'd
Newton
rather watch
coming back,
Rivers.
you know?
Oh, another one. Maybe a
Four
running back or
Fathers-
tight end.
the forefathers of this country and the forefathers of the NFL would be shitting in their graves, spitting, saying, "What the hell kind of crap is this?" Our forefathers, because it's 250-year anniversary this year, and then obviously the NFL, because what the hell, these two quarterbacks are shite. What are we doing? Like, why are we doing this? So, my bad. By the way, I have another stat for you, Gilbert. I have another stat for you. And I got this wrong on the other show. I said it completely different. I apologize to Bolt Crew. I said it wrong. The Patriots are 0-4 in the playoffs in Denver.
Yep.
In Denver, they are 0-4 in the playoffs.
But that one,
they break it this time. The Patriots go to the Super Bowl. I am picking the New England Patriots to go. No Jared Stidham, no bull crap. I want some decent quarterback play, and I think, whatever. But I will say the Broncos or the Patriots end up. I know they're not going to be at home, but they've turned up the heat. They've done a really good job against their defense. Done a really good job against Herbert and against C.J. Stroud. I think they'll do another great job against Jared Stidham. But by the way, everybody now on the Rich Eisen show, on Dan Patch, don't sleep on Jared Stidham. He's done some good stuff in the end,
really?
and this and that. And I'm like, now we're hyping up. Well, they want you to watch, Gilbert, but you're going to watch anyway. But I'll go with the Patriots. Vic.
Yeah. As you mentioned, the Patriots are 0-4 all time in the playoffs in Denver. And the Patriots did most of their work at home, and so I want to see what Drake May can do on the road. I don't know how he's going to look. He has not looked good against those two defenses, the Chargers and the Texans, and so you have another good one here. And I'm kind of with Gilbert here. I think they're going to keep it close. I just don't know if the Broncos can win it at the end. A couple more things on Jared Stidham. He was drafted by the Patriots. He was drafted by them. Then was, I think, traded, or he was signed by the Raiders as well, and then he ended up with the Broncos. So another kind of thing to kind of keep in mind there. But if he doesn't turn the ball over, I think they can win this game. I just don't see it. It's going to be hard for me, but I think this is a close game. It's going to be one of those ugly games, guys. It's going to be unwatchable. It's going to be the Patriots 13-10 or something like that. Yeah. And so give me the points here for the Broncos, but I'm taking the Patriots.
And last but certainly not least, Dan.
They're back, baby. The evil empire. I'm taking the Patriots. I'm a big Mike Vrabel guy. I hope they do it. I hope they win. And I hope they win the Super Bowl. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, there's another stat that the Patriots and the Chiefs have been in the NFC title game the last 15 to 20 years straight.
Jeez.
Wow.
It's crazy.
All right. The last game here is the night game. It'll be the Los Angeles Rams returning to Seattle to face the Seahawks. Gilbert, what are the numbers saying here?
Yeah, people finally have respect for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Them being -2.5 says a lot. They're at home. I don't think they've lost since they lost to the Rams in that first meeting. It's hard to kind of gauge the Seahawks because the 49ers were just not there. They didn't show up. It was a beatdown. They had a bye week. But this team knows how to handle business. It's just I think the Rams could get them that. And maybe this point is not great. Obviously, the Rams should have won that second game when they were up 19 points, 16 points. But then if I say that, the Seahawks could have also beaten the Rams the first time because the Rams were about to choke it away in the fourth quarter. So it kind of just all evens out. These are two rivals that just know each other well. It's part 3. You don't know what the hell to expect. But I will say this. From all 3 meetings, this is the first time where I feel like the Seahawks could actually win this game. That's how much I've been impressed with them. I thought Darnold was going to be their Achilles heel there, or the weakness here. But, they don't really need him. And then
did you say Achilles?
Achilles heel, whatever.
Achilles.
That's the brother of Achilles.
Yeah.
What's calculos?
Yeah.
Thanks for calling me out, but yeah, I couldn't say it.
Oh, his spell. What was it? Syphilis.
Chilaquiles, the cousin of Zeus.
I just had that yesterday. Those were delicious. Shout out.
Those are always bomb. I go usually red sauce, but green's pretty good.
You have to. No, you have to go red. Green is for commies.
Red's always the way to go. But
I can't do it.
But now you got me hungry. But anyways, chilaquiles.
I know, for real. I'm hungry.
Torrio chilaquiles. But anyways, what was I gonna say? I lost track. But anyways, I think the Rams. Honestly, I have no analysis for this game, and good luck for tomorrow, Victor, because we've seen these teams too many times. I don't know what the hell is going to happen, but I'll go with the Rams here. It'll be a close game. I think they win by the field goal at the end. Thicker kicker wins the game.
So he wants to give me Jarrett Stidham versus Matthew Stafford.
Hey, you get one good quarterback.
That's crazy.
That's like Billy Madison going up against the little kids and playing dodgeball.
Hey, it's like, not what are we doing? It's not Darnold against Stidham. Like it's not the worst. I don't want to see Patriots Rams part 3, to be honest. I'm kind of tired of that, but yeah.
I want to see Patriots Seahawks part 2.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, to me, I want someone who's going to be there who hasn't been there in a while. Like the Rams.
Well, they've all been there in a while, and they've all been there in the last decade.
They were in the 2010s.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. Like, again, the Rams, you knew they were going to be here. They were going to be here. You didn't think the Seahawks or the Patriots were going to be here. I thought the Patriots, but I mean, again, I don't do those things. I don't tell people that when I was right. I just let my body of work speak for it.
Oh, yeah. So, Patriots right in 2025.
So what? Yeah, exactly.
All right. I will. I'm gonna go. No, I think the what's the Charbonnet getting hurt. I think that's a huge loss for the Seattle Seahawks. I will say that we get both MVPs in the Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford and Drake May. So I'm gonna go with the LA Rams in this Super Bowl, Vic.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I keep seeing that people are really impressed with the Seahawks running game and how much they've been running the ball lately. And I looked at the opponents and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense as to why they've been running the ball a lot more. They've been a run first team all season long, and so that's good on them. But as you said, Zach Charbonnet's out for this game. I think that even though Ken Walker has really killed the Rams in the 2 games, he's been the big factor for them. And then for the Rams, they've won in every situation now. They went on the road in the rain. They've gone into the snow, and now you're getting to go to Seattle when it's supposed to be like a nice day. Good luck, Seattle. They scored what, 35, almost 40 points on a short week. I'm just wondering how many points they can score on this defense now, because in that first matchup they couldn't score, and then they went up there on a short week and they just exposed that defense. As long as they can continue to do what they did the first 2 games here, not turn the ball over on offense and just just continue to have that defense play well. I can't wait to break this matchup up with Gilbert tomorrow, but I'm going to go with the Rams here.
No, and the thing is too, Sam Darnold's had a chance to win both games. Like, why is the ball in Sam Darnold's hands in the last drive of the game? Remember, he had the ball at the end of that game, the first game, ends up missing the field goal at the end. Then in Seattle, they had the ball at the end. They ended up winning it, going with the 2-point conversion. So they need to put them away early and not let what happened last time happen to them. But it's the playoffs. We all know Mike McDonald is experiencing the playoffs for the first time. So we'll see if he can continue his magic. Dan, last but certainly not least.
Yeah, I'm hoping Seattle can pull it off. Because again, what a better story. Sam Darnold, left for dead, abandoned, everything else. Seattle kind of erupted this season. So I'm hoping they can get it done. This is straight what I want, not doing any analysis. So I didn't wear the journalism shirt today, so everybody forgive me. So I'm hoping they can pull it off, man. I think that would be awesome to see Drake May versus Sam Darnold. two great stories kind of behind it. Like again, the Rams, you always know they're going to be there. Obviously, I can't have them win another Super Bowl because that's a problem for me. This other team in LA, and I got to hear all that shit for another year and everything else. So it's already bad enough for the Chiefs, so I can't
imagine Denver, LA. What a nightmare.
I'd kill myself. That's like the worst case scenario.
True. I didn't even think about that for Dan.
I
Wow.
would kill myself. That would be terrible.
All right.
That would not be good for me.
No, Dan. No. Just think about Dan. You should just if Eric's on there tomorrow, you should jump on there too.
I should. I'll go tell. Oh, yeah.
Oh, but can I go real quick with these fact or fiction? Just tell me fact or fiction.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. My bad.
All right. First one, the 4 teams in the title games won't be back this time next year, and the reason I say this is because the last couple of years they haven't been back. So,
I will say fact.
Yeah,
I'll say basically saying that.
I'll say okay. I know what the game is. I'm not an idiot. Thank you. I'll say fiction. I think the Rams will be back. I think the Patriots are only going to get better under Vrabel. Broncos, I hope, fizzle off. Darnold, who knows? So,
yeah, I'll go. That's too many teams, but I'll go fiction. I'll say at least one makes it back.
All right, next one.
None of the 4 from last year made it.
Yep, none of them.
I guess.
And then remember when Dan Campbell said we might not be here again? They haven't been back in 2 years. Yeah. So. And
well,
remember,
that's why
everybody
again,
kept saying they have a bright future, and the Washington Commanders are a team to look out for, guys.
Oh, this guy said that. I remember that. That was pretty interesting.
You got to introduce me as a guy who was right about the Commanders in 2024, but I never get intros like
that. Fact or fiction? Chiefs are the reason the Ravens and the Bills fired their coach.
I think that's fiction. I think it has nothing to do. I think the reason they fired their coach, the Ravens and the Bills, is the Ravens, to me, again, I think that was a bad move, but whatever. The Bills fired their coach because they're tired of not being able to get over the hump. There's too many games that is either mismanaged or McDermott has not been able to get these guys in positions to win. Obviously, part of it is also Josh Allen has not played well also. So I think that's fiction.
Gilbert?
It could be half fact here. Like I think it does not it did not help McDermott that there was new faces in the playoffs, because like it's supposed to be your moment, but here are the Patriots who took your moment. Yeah. Here are the Broncos who took your moment. You did nothing with it. So, but obviously the 4 playoff losses do hurt. So it's kind of a fact. The Ravens one just kind of seemed like there was a rift there with coaching and Lamar, and somebody had to pick somebody. And speaking of owners who like to talk, freaking what is it? Steve Bisciotti, that guy.
That was funny. I saw some of those clips. Yeah,
the crap that he was saying, I was like, okay, but yeah,
coach for another week.
New Earth Day.
Yeah, the New Earth.
I'll say fact. They both gotten the crap and embarrassed, beaten. They've gotten the crap beat out of them by the Chiefs. They've been embarrassed by the Chiefs. This is kind of like, okay, there were no Chiefs this time, and neither one of you guys could do anything. So let's move. We have to move on now. So in a way, I will say fact.
All right, last one. I promise here. Jesse Minter will be the best coach hired in this cycle. The reason I say that is because he's going to be the one that interviews for the most openings. He's already up to 7.
That's my question. Like, will he leave? Like, or will he get any of these? Like, we've entered a weird cycle where it's like they want young guys. Huh?
There's still 6 left, and the Ravens are still there. I think there's still a strong chance he could leave.
Ravens, the Steelers.
But do you think the Ravens are going to want him after the whole?
They haven't been connected to anybody. It's kind of weird with that one.
Yeah, them and the Steelers have been very like the Steelers tomorrow are interviewing Mike McCarthy.
Oh yeah, they're from Pittsburgh, right? He's from there.
Yeah, he's a Yins. Yeah,
but I'll say fact. If he ends up getting hired, then I'll say fact. I think he's going to be really good. Like the dude has something about him that he has a good demeanor about him. So I'll say fact.
Yeah, same here. I'll say fact, especially because of the 4 that have been hired, besides Halfley, I've kind of been retreads, and that's not very fun to pick one of those guys. So yeah, give me Minter.
Dan? Oh, you already said it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate everybody so much. You guys are the best. We'll be back next Monday for Lunes Live, and then obviously the Four Compas Show, and then after that, we will be headed to Radio Row. So again, thank you guys so much.
Crazy.
You guys are the best. I know time flies when you're having fun,
Yeah.
but definitely appreciate everybody for jumping on, for commenting. You guys are the best. Thank you guys. We will see you later. Appreciate it, Boltillo. Yeah, I have fun with those guys. Those guys are the best. I love jumping on with those guys. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Gilbert, why don't you get us out of here?
Yeah, Angel, you made it on time. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but yeah, what's going on with these notifications? People have been saying
Yeah,
that
I
they
know
don't get
that.
the list, man.
We've gotten like 3 or 4 about that people aren't getting their notifications, which is weird. We need to check on that.
Unfortunately, we're Mexican, so we're never on time, so we can't give you a set schedule.
Exactly.
But we'll try that in the future. Freaking YouTube, do better. But let's blame YouTube, not our timeliness here. But yeah, let's get out of here. Also missed out, but you're here. We appreciate the comments. Don't be shy. Keep dropping more comments. If OC news happens where you guys do a What's Up Boats, I'm assuming yes.
Yes. Yeah, we would.
Okay, there you go, Alex. Thank you for the question. But yeah, eventually we got to do a show where we just answer a crap ton of questions because we love it.
Ask the compas once the
that's what What's Up. That's what What's Up Bolts basically.
It's shithousery. It's shithousery with the chat.
No,
Robert
Dan has a bunch of people that
I can't wait till I get to talk to Robert T again. I don't think he was on here. I'm saving my house-made material for Robert T. He's gonna love it.
Okay. All right, then yeah, for this X-rated content, pay the What's Up Boat guys. But yeah,
we need to start a Patreon for that.
Yeah, or OnlyFans or whatever.
Whoa.
Hey, you don't have to show. You don't have to have peanut butter stuff and OnlyFans. You know?
What a weirdo.
But time to get going. Ya nos vamos, pues. Vámonos.